Welcome back to computer science classes. In this video, we discuss a new chapter, that is data structure. We know that data are the raw facts and figures. Data is a raw facts and figures which needs to be processing. Here we discuss data structure, because in a program we have to process a data to get a result. We have to process a data to produce a result. So in a program we have less primary memory. All data are stored in a primary memory. We have a less primary memory. To increase the program efficiency, it is mandatory to store a data in a organized manner. We have to store a data in a organized manner, because if you store a data in an organized manner, the program easily access all the data from the memory. So it is easy to write a efficient program. If the program execution speed is increases, we have to store a data in a proper way. That is the data structure. The organization of the data is a data structure. The definition of the data structure is, it is a specialized format. It is a specialized format to store and organize. It is a specialized format to store and organize a data in database or in memory. It is a specialized format to store and organize a data. That is called data structure. It may be in databases or it may be in memory. It is a specialized format to store and organize a data. That is called data structure. Data structure mainly deals with logical or mathematical description of structure. It means with logical or mathematical description of structure. Then second one is implementation of structure on a computer. Implementation of structure. Here we use a specialized format that is also discussed. That implementation is also discussed in this chapter. Then analysis of structure in terms of memory. Here we analyze a structure in terms of memory. These are deals in data structure. Here data structure is a specialized format to store and organize a data. The main deals of the data structures are logical or mathematical description of structure. Here logical or mathematical description means if variables are created, then variables is a name given to the memory location. In that memory location we have to store a data. So logical and mathematical description means what type of data will be stored on that memory, what is the size of that memory, that is a logical and mathematical descriptions. Then implementation of structure, if you use an array, if you use an stack, if you use a queue, so how to implement stack queue in a programming, that is also discussed in data structure. Then analysis of structure, how to design a structure, what is the size, how to organize a structure, that is the analysis of structure in terms of memory, that is discussed in terms of memory required. So those are the main deals of data structure. That is the study of data structure. Let's see the types of data structure or classification of data structure. Classification of data structure. The data structure is mainly classified into two types. Mainly classified into two types. The first one is primitive data type. Primitive data types. Then second one is non-primitive data types. Primitive data types, then non-primitive data types. Here primitive data types are integer, float, character and pointers. Integer, float, character, pointers are the primitive data types. Then non-primitive data types are arrays, list and files. Arrays, list and files are the non-primitive data types. In an array we have three types: one dimensional, two dimensional, multi-dimensional. One dimensional, two dimensional, then multi-dimensional. Then in a list there is a two types. In a list there is a two types. One is linear list. Another one is non-linear list. Linear list and another one is non-linear list. Again, in a linear list there is a three types. First one is stack, queue, then linked list. Then in a non-linear list again there is a two types. One is tree, another one is graph. That is the classification of data structure. Be careful about classification. It is asked for an 5-mark question. So classify how data structures are classified. Explain. If you ask for an examination like this, you have to write the definition of data structure, definition of primitive data structure, definition of non-primitive, definition of an array, definition of linear list and non-linear list. Then example for primitive, non-primitive, arrays, linear and non-linear. In this chapter we discuss all these types with syntaxes, with operations, with flow diagrams and example programs. That is discussed in this chapter. Here data structure is a specialized format to store and organize a data, mainly classified into two types. First one is primitive data type, then second one is non-primitive data type. Primitive data type and non-primitive data type. So in a primitive data type there is a four types: integer, float, character, pointers, already discussed in the first PU chapters. Then second one is non-primitive data type. Array is a non-primitive data type. Array is a non-primitive data type. In an array there is a three types: one dimensional, two dimensional and multi-dimensional. Here dimensionality depends on the number of subscripts. Then another one is list, another one is files. That is non-primitive data types are again classified into three types: arrays, list and files. List is again classified into two types, that is linear list and non-linear list. Linear list and non-linear list. So in a linear list there is a three types. Those are stack, queue and linked list. In a non-linear list there is a two types. One is tree, another one is graph. Up to linked list we have to discuss in detail. Let's take an first type, that is primitive data type. Primitive data types are directly deals with machine level instructions. These data types are mainly deals with machine level instructions. Here instructions are the statements. These are directly deals with machine level instructions. Example, integer, character, float and pointer. These are the primitive data structure, directly deals with machine level instructions. We write directly integer of x, character of ch, float of f. So these are the example for primitive data types, directly deals with machine level instructions. Those are called primitive data structure. Let's see what are the operations can be done on primitive data structure. Let's see operations on primitive data structures. Operations on primitive data structure. The first one is create, second one is destroy, third one is select, then fourth one is update. These are the four operations can be done on primitive data structures. Here primitive data structures are mainly work with machine level instructions. Say here the first operation is create. It is a process to create a new data structure. Used to create a new data structure. It is a process to create a new data structure. Then destroy. It is a process to remove the data structure. Remove the created data structure. That is called destroy. Then select. It is a process to access a data from data structure. It is a process to access a data from data structure, that is called select. Then update. It is a process to change the data of data structure. It is a process to change the data of data structure, that is called update. Say in a primitive we have to done various operations. The various operations are create, destroy, select and update. What is a create operation? It is a process to create a new data structure. The creation of new data structure itself is a create. That is, we create integer of x, float of y. So this is a creation, create a new data structure. Here we create a variable x with data type integer, it stores integer type value, it reserves 2 bytes of memory. Float of y, here we create a new data structure with the name y. Variable is a data structure. Then in that variable we store the value float, then it reserves 2 bytes of memory. That itself is a data structure. Variable creation itself is a data structure. That is the create operation. Next one is destroy. It is a process to remove the data structure. To remove the data structure, the process to remove the variables from the memory. That process is called destroy. Remove the data structure, created data structure. Select, to access a data from the data structure. To access a data from the data structure. Say in a x we store the value 20. To access a value of an x, that is called select. We have to access a data from data structure, created data structure. That process is called select. Next one is update. We have to modify the data, or we have to change the data of data structure. Say first we assign x equals 20, again we reassign x equals 100. This process is called update. We update the value present in a variable or present in a data structure. That is called update. Then here the variables are also called data items. Data items. Data items, variables, data structure, all are same. Depending on the situation, we use the name. Variables are also called data items. The operations on primitive data structures are create, destroy, select, update. In an examination, this is asked for 3 marks. What are the operations can be done over primitive data structure? First, we have to write the definition of primitive data structure. Here, primitive data structures are the mainly deals with machine level instructions. These are directly deals with machine level instructions. The operations can be done on primitive data structures are create, destroy, select and update. Where create is a process, it is a process to create a new data structure. Destroy is a process to remove the existing data structure. Here we remove the existing data structure. Select, it is a process to access a data from data structure. Then last one is update. It is a process to change or modify the data of data structure. So these are the 4 operations on primitive data structure. Next type of data structure is non-primitive data structure. Non-primitive data structure. These data structures are most complex data structures. These are most complex data structures. Most complex data structures. Then these are derived from primitive data structures. These are derived from primitive data structures. These are derived from primitive data structures. Then these are stress on grouping of data in the form of homogeneous or heterogeneous. Homogeneous or heterogeneous. So the non-primitive data structures are most complex data structures. These are the most complex data structures. Then non-primitive data structures are derived from primitive data structures. These are derived from primitive data structures, and these are trace on. These are trace on grouping of data. These are trace on grouping of data in the form of homogeneous or in the form of heterogeneous. We know that array is a homogeneous of collection of elements. Structures are the heterogeneous collection of elements. So array and structures are belongs to non-primitive data structures. Then the example for non-primitive data structures are array, list and files. So these are the example for non-primitive data structures. These are derived from primitive data structures. Then arrays are again classified into one dimensional, two dimensional and multi-dimensional. Array is a homogeneous collection of elements. All elements share the same name and same data type. So non-primitives are mainly trace on, mainly concentrate on grouping of data. Array is a group of data. List is also group of data. Files are also group of data in the form of homogeneous or heterogeneous. So in an array, all elements share the same name and same data type. All data are accessed through its index value. All data are accessed through its index values. Then second one is list. Again there is a two types of list. One is linear list, another one is non-linear list. In a list there is a two types. One is linear list, then another one is non-linear list. Linear list and non-linear list. Then third one is files. So files are the least storage spaces in the memory. Files are the least storage spaces in the memory. Already we know familiar with files. Say if you create a letter in a document, in a Word document, then we call it as it is a file. If you create any document in the Excel, we maintain it as a file. So files are the least storage spaces in a memory. Least storage spaces in a memory. What are the data are stored in a computer? Those are called files. Okay. So let's discuss linear list and non-linear list. Linear data structure is a homogeneous collection of elements. It is a homogeneous collection of elements. All elements are accessed through its index value. In a linear data structure, it is a homogeneous collection of data items. Here data items are the variables. It is a homogeneous collection of data items. All data items are accessed through its index value. That is called linear data structure. For example, array is a linear data structure. In an array, it is a homogeneous collection of element. All elements have its index values. Then all data items are accessed through index values. Only index values. Say all elements share the same name and same data type. Those are called linear data structure. Then second one is non-linear data structure. Non-linear data structure or non-linear list. In a non-linear data structure, there is a more than one possibility to access a next data item. Here there is more than one possibility to access a next data items. Next data items, that is called non-linear. The data are not stored linearly, not stored sequentially. In a linear data structures, all data items are the variables. So all data items are stored linearly. These are the homogeneous group of elements, collection of elements. But in a non-linear, there is a more than one possibility to reach the next item. So there is a relation between all the items, but there is a more than one possibility to access a next item. For example, tree is a example for non-linear. In a tree, A is a data item, then B is another data item, C is another data item, then D is another data item, E is again another data item. Like this we have to combine the data items. In a list or in a non-primitive data type, we have to group the data items. While grouping the data items, there is a two types, linear data structure, another one is non-linear data structure. Both are the grouping of data, either homogeneous form or heterogeneous form. But if data items are linearly arranged, sequentially arranged, then we call it as linear data structure. The best example is array. In a linear data structure, all data items are accessed through its index value. It is easy to access because linearly arranged, all elements are shared the same name and same data type. But in a non-linear data structure, more than one possibility, here there is a more than one possibility to access the next data item. See here, A is a data item. To access a next item, there is either we go for B or go for C. If you reach the C, again there is a two possibility, either we go for D or we go for E. Like this, there is a more than one possibility to access a next data item. That is non-linear. The data items are not arranged sequentially, but it is a grouping of data but not arranged sequentially. There is a more than one possibility to access a next data item. That is called non-linear data structure. Next, in the next video, we discuss what are the operations to be performed on linear data structure. There is a several operations to be performed on linear data structure. The best example for linear data structure is array. Then array have three types: one dimensional, two dimensional and multi dimensional. The operations can be discussed in the next video. Thank you.